Hey, let me ask you a question. You ever be waiting on a live stream and you see this really cool countdown timer counting down to the live stream and you think, dang, I'd like one of those? Well, bucko, what good news! In this video, I'm going to show you how you can make and customize your very own countdown timer in Final Cut Pro 10. Hey there, I'm Kevin Kolbe, and my passion is helping you share your passion and impact the world with online video and marketing. If that sounds like something you're interested in, hit that subscribe button. I love Final Cut Pro 10, but it's kind of sad they don't give you like a baked-in countdown timer with it that you can just like spit out and use. But there is a way you can make one, and it's fairly easy, and you can customize it. So let's jump on the computer, and I'm gonna show you how to make it. And make sure you stick around to the end because I've got a special offer just for you. So I'm inside Final Cut Pro 10, and this is where we're gonna build it. Now, like I said, there's not a countdown timer built into Final Cut Pro, otherwise we wouldn't need this video. But I wanna show you how to make one and how you can customize it and do some couple of cool things with it. It's really simple. I mean, it's kind of a cool, you can call it a hack or a tip, whatever. By the way, I'm using Ecamm Live to record my screen and everything like that. There'll be a link down in the description if you want to check it out. It's really cool. You want to start a project, so we're going to call it My Custom Timer. You can call it whatever you want. I do everything in 24 frames. I do everything in 1080p. I just do. All right, so we're going to do this, and what you want to do, you want to come over to your titles and generators, and there's one quick way you want to do this. So you go to generators and you start typing count, and it's going to find it for you, and there it is. And we're going to drop it in. I'll make this a little bigger. So if you notice right now, I think the default is 10 seconds. Well, for the sake of this demo, we're just going to do a 60-second timer, right? So I want to drag this out to 60 seconds. I should have probably left it a little smaller. We're going to drag this out to 60 seconds right there. Now, if I play it, it's counting up too many decimals, and it's going to count to 60, right? So we want to go over here. If this isn't open, you want to open your inspector. And the first thing we want to do, we want it to end at 60. So now if you notice, it'll start at 0, and then it will go to 60. Bang. That's the first thing we want to do. Now, we're not going to add decimals, but I'm going to show you in a minute a little trick that you can add a colon. The other thing we want to do is minimum digits. So I don't want that third digit. So when it starts at 60 and it goes to, bang, right there. I wonder if we have to extend that 1. There we go. And it goes to 0. Now, you can also change the text. Arial is the default, but Final Cut Pro 10 comes with tons of fonts. I typically use Basic Commercial a lot for just my text, but let's use, we'll do Blair, but you notice it'll change, and quite honestly, you can use whatever you want. I don't think it really matters. Your preference. So we've got our look there, and you can make it bigger if you want. You don't have to do any of this right now, but you can if you want. Now, if you notice, it's going up. So what we want to do is reverse it. Well, it won't let you, and by the way, what this is like a timing tool. You can do a lot of different things, but it's not going to reverse that generator. So what you want to do is right-click on it, make a new compound clip. You can rename it or whatever. I'm just going to call it that. And what that does is that immediately loads it. So you can see right there it says My Custom Timer Clip. Now, if we come back up here, watch this. This is the magic. Reverse the clip. It's done. So if I go to now we're counting down. So right now you've got a countdown timer. But let's say you want to do some other little cool stuff to it. So we're going to go back up here, and somewhere in here is a circle. That didn't come up. So it must be in titles. Let me go hit titles. Circle. All All right, I swear I've got a circle in here. So let me find it. Sometimes I can't find, it's hard to find the things I'm looking for. I think it's a generator. We will find it and we will add it. Oh, there it is. Shapes. I should have known. So we're going to drop the shape over it. Now, right now, if I just left it here, it's going to, it's blocking it. But we need to drag this out and it'll be the length. And one of the things we're going to do, now we're going to come up here and we are going to tell it to, no, not outline, fill. Oh, look at that. So again, it defaults with fill. We want to take it out. And we can move anywhere we want. And you notice these hash marks come in? That's kind of your guide for where you are on your X and Y and all that. You can change the position right in here. So like right now, we're going to put that right there. Oops, maybe right in there. And there's the nice thing about Final Cut, there's so many different ways of doing stuff. All right, we're back here. Now, let's say you want to change the width. Let's say you want maybe a thick circle like that. You can change it to square. I don't know why you would. It doesn't matter. Outline color, I'm just going to leave red, but you notice you can make it anything you want, but we'll leave it red. Actually, we'll go to red to make sure it's pure red. And now we've added that. You can change the roundness of it. So you could have changed the size there. So now if we play it, look what it's doing. You got a circle. Well, what if you want to add a little like motion or something like that to it? Come over here. And one of the things you could do is add a glitch effect. And watch what will happen. So I'm going to add, let's add color random. So we'll add color random to it. And check this out. So you kind of get this little strobe effect. And you can go in and you can change that here. You can do so many different things. You can add a light to it. You can add a glitch. So if you don't want that, you can either turn it off. So let's do this, and we get a different glitch effect. See, that one's not good. But these are different things you can do to make it, give it different flashing. That's the one I was going to look for. So check this out. And you can change the intensity. So let's just bump it down to like, I don't know, somewhere in there and see what it looks like. So what that does is it just gives you a little motion to it. Now, if you wonder, well, Kevin, does this key? Well, guess what? It does. And if I've got some footage I can bring in here, I tell you what, I'll just put this under it. I'm going to drop this under, and look at that. It keys. So, and if you say that's too bright, I mean, you could literally go in here, and this is just an animated background I got from Storyblocks. You could go in here and drop the opacity of that. You could play with it. And so right now, even though that's not long, you would have to loop that. So it keys. So what you could do is, when you're done with that, we'll undo that. You literally just export this. Go up here, do a master file, and if you export it here, it should key, or you can just do a video audio. It doesn't really matter. There's no audio on here. But let's say you had some music. You could do that too. So here, I'm just going to put some music on here just to show you. But and if you have music to it, when you export it, it's very important. You want to make sure you have it set to video and audio. And you want to make it ProRes 422. 4444, it gives you like, it's like an alpha channel, so you can key it and stuff like that. So, right now, that is how easy it is to make your own. Everybody dance. So if you want even more timers, I got you covered. I put a link down in the description to a countdown timer bundle I've put together. And for a limited time, if you use the code TIMEME, you can save 10% off. Hey, and while we're talking about Final Cut Pro 10, check out some of these other videos about just some of the other cool things you can do with Final Cut Pro 10. I'll see you next time on the Tube.